Welcome back to 4-H Embryology. I'm Denise Sherrill. I'm the 4-H agent in Henderson County, and today is day 6 for our embryos. It's a big day because our embryos have been growing. I hope that you've washed your hands, that you're washing them 3 times a day, and that you're turning your eggs. I'm going to turn my paper eggs over today too. So each time you turn your eggs, it would be good to wash your hands, to take a drink of water, just like we're checking the humidity in our incubators, to write down the time and the temperature, just like we do with our incubators. We are going to talk about some vocabulary words today. Poultry. Poultry are birds who live on the farm. And the kind of birds that we have are chicken and turkeys. But there's more different kinds of poultry than that. I'd like you to think about them for next time. Poultry science is the study of those birds. We often think of scientists as chemists and different things, but there's a big need for poultry science in this country if you think about how many eggs are eaten, how much chicken is eaten. Then we're going to talk about the female bird is a hen, female chicken or turkey is a hen. The male chicken is a rooster. The female turkey is a hen. The male turkey is a tom. You need a male and a female in order for the eggs to be fertile, in order for them to develop into embryos or baby chicks. And that's a big issue with second graders. Once we hatch eggs in 4-H embryology, they think they cannot eat eggs anymore. Well, egg farms do not have roosters. They only have hens. Those eggs are not fertile. They would never hatch. And once you put an egg in a refrigerator, it won't hatch either. So we're going to talk about how those different birds look. Here's our male turkey. He's called a tom. He is big and fluffy and beautiful. And here's the hen over here. She's smaller, and very often with birds, the male is the biggest and the prettiest. So I'd like you to think about birds that you see and think about, well, is that a male or a female? And that's part of the reason I wore this shirt today, because this is a common bird that you might see, and this is the male. It's a male cardinal. See how pretty he is? The female is not bright red. She's more brownish. Here's the male Americana rooster. And here's the female. She's the one who laid the green eggs that we have. Here's the male white leghorn rooster. See how big and beautiful he is? And here are some females. They're the ones who laid the white eggs that we have, and they laid most of the eggs that you find in the grocery store. Today's an important day for our embryos. It's day 6. On day 6, we remove this red plug from the incubator. The embryos have started growing and they need more oxygen, and this big hole lets more air in. It also lets more water evaporate, so we're going to have to pay special attention to the humidity. So there's our turkey eggs. Did you count them the other day? Do you remember how many there are? Here's a hint. They came in these boxes. Each box holds 1 dozen eggs. So there are 2 dozen turkey eggs. I don't think you've seen all the chicken eggs that we have yet, so I would like you to see them all, and I would like you to count them too. You might need to stop the video in order to count them. There's a few more words we need to talk about. When we candle our eggs, we're using the candler to try to figure out what's going on inside the eggs. And there's a worksheet in your resources. It's called Worksheet K, and it has drawings of what's going on inside the egg. So this was day 1 for our embryos. You can see the yolk is big, and we're going to be talking about that little white spot on the yolk. That is the germinal disc. It's where the embryo starts to develop. Now notice I've colored these, and you can color yours on your worksheet. Notice how the yolk changes on different days. This is day 3. The embryo has started to develop and put out veins, getting nutrition from the yolk. And this is day 6. This is what we're going to see when we candle. The embryo is getting bigger, and it's absorbing the nutrition from the yolk. I wanted to show you some things while the light was still on. We're going to be looking at a day 6 embryo. You see it has a large dot. It's already forming its eye. And the embryo itself looks kind of like the letter C. And there's veins reaching out from the embryo, getting the nutrition from the yolk. And here's the eggs that we're going to be candling. We're going to start with some of these large turkey eggs. And we have 2 green eggs and a white egg.
This is Denise Sherrill. I'm the 4-H agent in Henderson County, and we're candling on day 6. I'm going to record the INC temperature, the incubator temperature, and the humidity. This is the incubator for the chicken eggs. And this is the incubator for the turkey eggs. We're still in the setting phase, so we want our incubator humidity to be between 45 and 55%. So we're going to start with a turkey egg. And you can clearly see the yolk and the white. But the eggshell is so dark we can't see the embryo in there or any veins. And you can clearly see the yolk on this turkey egg and the egg white. Here's one of the green eggs. And the shell is so dark, really all we can tell is that there's a yolk in there and a white. And the same with this green egg. The shell is just too dark to let us see inside it. So we're going to try with a white egg to find the embryo. And there it is down at the bottom. You can see the embryo and the veins. If you look closely, you can even see that there's a little dot there for the eye. Now we're going to candle some more of the white eggs. There's our embryo posing for us right there. Do you see how it looks like a little C and a perfect little dot for its eye, and there's some veins in the egg? Okay. Here's an infertile egg. It glows yellow, and we can see that there's a yolk in there. We're going to look at a few more. One more infertile egg. Okay. You see the embryo And you can see its eye and some veins. As our embryos grow, we'll be able to see more when we candle.